If you're a founder whose revenue keeps plateauing at the same number, or whose business grows in bursts and then stalls, this video is going to reframe everything you think you know about growth. Because the problem is not your funnel, it's not your pricing model, it is not your market. The problem is an emotional pattern making your financial decisions before your logic gets a chance to weigh in. Let me walk you through four specific ways your emotional loops is showing up in your daily life, in your business metrics right now. Number one, bad yeses. Every founder has a pattern around which deals they say yes to, which deals they say yes to every fucking time. Everything because their system needs the validation that revenue provides. Others say yes to clients, they know that we are wrong because saying no feels like losing every time. So every wrong deal they will say yes. They can't back down, they can't say no. Each bad yes is costing them a lot, not just money but energy, time, and reputation. And each one was made by the loop, not by the strategy. Number two, underpicking. This is the imposter loop in financial form. You know your work is worth more. You have seen competitors charge double. But when the moment comes to name your price, something shrinks inside you. Your system says, who are you to charge that? So you discount, you add extras for free, you negotiate against yourself before the client even pushes back. In your own eyes, you reduce the worth which is there associated with your product. Number three, avoiding the hard conversation. There's one client, one partner, one deal that needs to be done, that needs to have a direct conversation. You know which one is that. You have known for weeks, maybe months, but your pattern, whether it is people pleasing, conflict avoidance, or fear of confrontation, keeps you from having it. And that avoided conversation is costing you money every single day. It stays unspoken. And number four, chasing proof instead of building value. This is the one most founders do not see. You chase revenue milestone not because the business needs them right now, but because your system needs proof, to be honest. Proof that you made the right choice, proof that you are not failing, proof that the people who doubted you were wrong. And when you chase proof instead of value, you build a business that looks impressive from the outside but feels hollow from the inside. Because the revenue was never for the business, it was for the loop. Let me give you two quick examples from people I have sat with recently. First, a founder running a service business revenue was stuck at roughly the same number for 14 months. Strategy was fine, team was capable, market was there, but every quarter the same thing happens. He would build pipeline, get close to the breakthrough, then unconsciously sabotage it. How? By taking a low paying client at the worst possible moment. Every time his loop was B1, the rescue drain, and someone would come to him with a sob story, and his pattern would override his business logic. One bad yes per quarter was enough to cap his growth, and the same ceiling for over a year. When something like that happens, you can't just make exception in one case and then go back to doing what you're doing. It becomes very difficult. It changes the whole ideology behind the product itself. Second example is of a woman running a coaching practice. Brilliant at her work, client loved her, But she could not raise her prices. She had been at the same rate for 2 years despite her skill growing massively. Her code was C4, the imposter engine. Every time she considered raising her prices, her system flooded her with doubt. What if they say no? What if they find someone cheaper? What if I'm not actually worth it? So she stayed at the same price. And the same safe price kept her business small enough to confirm her imposter belief. The loop was self fulfilling. Here's what changed for both of them: not a strategy session, not a pricing workshop, just seeing the pattern. The B1 founder started catching the rescue impulse before it completed. He felt a pull towards the low paying clients, recognized it as the loop, not as a generosity, and for the first time said no. His next quarter actually broke the ceiling he had been under, stuck under the same 14 months. The C4 coach raised her prices by 40%. Not because she suddenly felt confident, because she saw the underpricing was not humility, it was a loop keeping her small enough to feel safe. Once she saw it as a pattern and not as a truth, the fear loosened enough to act. Neither of them became a different person. They just stopped letting these two loops make their financial decisions. And this is a shift number four. When the emotional pattern stops running your business decisions, you automatically respond in a different manner. Not overnight, but faster than any strategy change you have ever made. Because strategy change fights the market, pattern change removes the internal brake which is causing you to not grow. And that is the full series. Four shifts that has happened when you run your business, your alignment, instead of from your loop. Quieter decisions, softer body, honest team, better numbers. If you want to know which specific pattern is running your number right now, I do free clarity calls. 30 minutes. You bring in one business situation, I show you the exact loop underneath it. No pitch. DM me, call on Instagram at Reset Entropy, or use the link in the description to book directly. Next week, I am starting something new. I'm going to break down the entropy code, all 16 loops, one at a time, each one with specific example of how it shows up in a business, in relationship, and in your body. To be honest, subscribe so you do not miss the one that is yours. I will see you Monday. Bye bye.